Hello everybody, how are you all doing today? So as you can see, things are looking different today, especially my hair because it is sopping wet, so I do apologize for that. I just got out of the shower, but you know what, it's okay because today we're doing a vlog. Things are going to be very different today, including the hair. I thought it would be really fun to vlog my experience reading a book. I have done a couple vlogs before, but never my experience of reading a book. And this is a book that, oh my gosh, so excited for. A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. You guys know how excited I've been for this book. I've been waiting for this book for like a year, so I am so freaking excited. So far, let's see what page I'm on. So far, I am on page 26. And, well, first of all, let's talk about page 20. Page 20, because that's when things start getting interesting. Things escalated very quickly. The sex scenes between Feyre and Tamlin, let's just say that this is a new adult book for a reason. I can tell that Feyre is going to have a lot of character growth in this book because already in the beginning of it, there's a lot of tension for her to kind of grow into the person that she wants to be. Right now, I'm a little bit annoyed with Tamlin. I can't help but feel like Tamlin kind of holds Feyre back a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. There's this one dialogue between them when Feyre is talking about, oh, are people, once we're married, are people going to start calling me High Lady? And he was just like, oh, there's no such thing as a High Lady. And she was like, what? And he's like, yeah, no, like High Ladies don't exist. Like there's only High Lords. High Ladies aren't a thing. He was like, no, you're not going to be a High Lady. You're just going to be a lady. That just bothered me. Like, really, Tamlin? Really? Right now he's just like a little too manly man for me, you know? Like he's like, oh, like I'm so manly, I'm going to protect you and you can't do this and you can't do that and you cannot go to the village. Either Tamlin has to like step up his game and have some major character development, or, you know, somebody else has got to come in, which I think we all know who that is. I'm gonna say, you guys, I don't know how I feel about Rhys either right now. Rhys was not a nice dude. Like, he was not nice to Feyre. So Rhys has got to step up his game also. I don't know. We're gonna have to see what happens. I am not okay with how little of this book I have read. Like, it's sad. I need to keep reading, so another update will come soon. I don't know how Sarah J. Maas does it. I'm only on page 96 and stuff is going down. Tamlin's getting really mad at Feyre, like usual, about how Feyre gave her jewelry to that wraith so that the wraith could get food, which, by the way, go Feyre, that was amazing, and you do not deserve to be yelled at for that because you are an amazing person. Like, go you. Lucien kind of stands up for Feyre because he's amazing and I love him, he's my favorite character, and Tamlin starts yelling at Lucien, and so Feyre is getting really mad at this point, and you know what she does? She goes into Lucien's head. I think it's so cool that her and Rhys have this in common and share this power, and that they have this connection where they can go into each other's heads and they feel each other's feelings. Let's talk about how Feyre was at the night court with Rhys. This is me silent screaming. I am already starting to like Rhys a lot. Not even like, oh my god, I ship Rhys and Feyre so much. Like, it's not even in that way. I just love him as a character, which is surprising for me because when I started this book and when I ended A Court of Thorns and Roses, I was not like, go Rhys. Like, no. I actually was pretty mad at him for how he treated Feyre, and I was like, I don't know, this guy's gonna have to really step up his game for me to like him even in the smallest bit, but I already like him. Like, big shocker there, right? He has exactly the physical traits that I love in fictional boys, the black hair and the light eyes. I mean, he's perfect, but let's talk about his personality. He's witty, he's charming, and most importantly, he has Feyre's best interest. I'm a little bit frightened because, I mean, we know what happens when Sarah J. Maas decides to make some crazy book. Like, just remember how Queen of Shadows was. I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be crazy. Dear Tamlin, what are you doing? You are ruining your life. You are ruining Feyre's life. You are ruining my life. Feyre really wanted to join Tamlin and Lucien as they were leaving the spring court to go wherever they were going. They were going on some trip. And Tamlin blew up and was like, no, Feyre, you cannot come with us. You must stay here by yourself, blah, 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 blah. He sets up an invisible barrier around the manor so that Feyre cannot escape. Like, Tamlin, are you kidding me? What is going on in your head? First of all, he should know, like by now, Tamlin should know that that is literally the worst thing that he could do to Feyre. This girl has post-traumatic stress disorder. Her worst fear right now is being isolated and being held captive and being locked up. And what does Tamlin do? He does exactly that to her. And that is so horrible because that is coming from the person that she loves the most and that she supposedly trusts the most. My heart is hurting for these characters right now because the thing is that I know that Tamlin's intentions are right. Tamlin loves Feyre, and I think what's happening here is Tamlin does see how destroyed Feyre is right now, doesn't know how to cope or deal with it, and so instead of dealing rationally about it like a normal person would, Tamlin basically lets out all of his emotions, has an episode like he always does. I'm justifying his actions right now, but I'm really mad at him because I don't even think I should be defending him because I think he should know better than that. He's a person and he's not treating her that way. I mean, he's treating her like some kind of pet. No. I don't know what's gonna happen because Feyre's in the night court right now. Some deep doo-doo was gonna happen, that's what. I'm also at the part right now where Feyre's having dinner with Rhys and all of his friends. I love them so much. The fact that Rhys has such great friends just makes me like him even more. Guys, this book is tearing my heart. I'm not even close to being halfway through it yet. Sarah J. Maas is crazy, but in a great way. Ow. I just hit myself in the face. I'm gonna keep reading. Yeah. Okay, you guys might recognize this is Talia. She was in another video with me a while ago. We did the whisper challenge. You guys should go watch it.
It was really fun.
It was really funny. I don't even know where to start.
Me neither.
Okay, like I know that in my, when I first started this book, I was saying like, oh my god, I'm so mad at Tamlin, like, oh my god, he's being so annoying, and I hated him at the beginning of this book, but it's just kind of sad because Tamlin's actions are terrible right now. Like, he's just that guy. He's not making very good decisions, and he's being a total ass right now, but at least I feel, and you feel, and I'm sure a lot of other people feel that he is a good person, and he has pure intentions, and he actually does really love Feyre, and
and that's not coming through.
Yeah, and like,
especially, okay, the other thing, the sex scenes. Like, okay, so the first sex scene was, like, so sexy. And, like, it was, like, so good. But then after that, like, they almost make it seem like it's, like, some, like, abusive, like, she's just, like, laying there like this, like, corpse.
Exactly. The love and everything that was great about those scenes before is just kind of gone. And it felt just like wrong, especially with her being like sickly and like
so skinny
and having
oh my
god. So I'm just imagining Pharaoh like this like sickly thing, and it's just bad.
And it makes you wonder, like, was because like we know that they're ignoring each other's nightmares and like not talking to each other, and clearly like Tamlin is being haunted also, but like, is he not seeing what Feyre is turning into?
The switch happened so suddenly in this book. Like, it at the end of A Court of Thorns and Roses, Feyre and Tamlin's relationship, I was in love with their relationship. And they went through so much to get to that point together. Anybody who hasn't read Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas, just like skip this part, but I want to say it. So spoiler alert. So Queen of Shadows, we were talking about how it kind of reminded us of how Aylin's relationship with Kale just kind of like cut off in that book, and then she finds Rowan. It's kind of like a similar situation
here. It really is.
Yeah.
And we were also saying how it's like it completely aligns with like the female, like our heroines, like change as a character, that like they both leave, and like their identity, they both leave somewhere and then like realize that they can't be, or like go through a traumatic experience, like Nehemia, or for this one Under the Mountain with Feyre, and then they like go somewhere and they realize that they like can't be this person anymore, and they reject their identity, and that like by doing that they also reject the man that they love at the time.
I agree with that plot twist, but then it's just so sad how the other guy ends up
being chopped liver. I just really, really hope, and like I believe that this is gonna happen. That like Feyre and Tamlin have to at least have like
closure.
Closure. Like they have to have some sort of interaction that's gonna.
And
like,
please, I just hope that Tamlin doesn't have some like horrible, crappy ending to
shock.
Like Queen of Shadows spoiler again. Queen of Shadows spoiler. I hope that Tamlin doesn't become Kale Part 2, where, like, he was paralyzed or something like that. I mean, he was left at the freaking altar.
But honestly, I was so thankful for Rhys in that moment.
Yeah.
He stepped in, because if, like, can you imagine how awful it would have been to read the scene where Feyre actually says no to Tamlin at the altar?
Okay, like, I know we've been sitting here, like complaining about the whole Tamlin situation, but regardless of that, like, I do love Rhys. And
I know.
Do you
and
love
like,
Rhys?
I'm so team Rhys.
I'm way
because
team
the
Rhys.
thing is, like, okay, I want Tamlin, like, I want his goodness to be acknowledged more than it is being right now.
Yeah.
Like, I want...
Like, for him as an individual character. Not with Feyre, but just Tamlin as Tamlin. At the same time, if Tamlin hadn't had this character development and hadn't done all these horrible things, like, I probably would still be Team Tamlin right now. So.
Although, at the end of the last one, we were both like, we could imagine ourselves becoming Team Rhys, even though we weren't at that point.
The thing I love most about Rhys is the fact that he lets Feyre be her own person, and he challenges her, too. Yeah. Instead of, like, catering to this depression that she's in right now and, like, throwing her a pity party, he's like, no, like, you need to get better, and he's challenging her too, and I think that's the only way she's ever going to get out of this state of mind. Whereas with Tamlin, he was just like, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Although, okay, can we talk about that for a second? Like, in that moment when he locked her in the house, like, from her perspective, completely, I understand that that was, like, the most awful thing he possibly could have done. But if you look at it from his perspective, like, he was trying to go deal with some, like, threatening thing on his land, and she's, like, saying that she's gonna come after him. Like, what would you do?
Yeah, he did it out of, like, fear and, like, the need to protect the person he loves the most.
Okay, it's so painful for me, because now I, like, want to talk about all this stuff, but somebody isn't
but I might give her my camera so that she can just talk to you guys.
I might have to, like, go slip into another room if I'm just, like, exploding. Yeah. Can we just... like, briefly talk about the new characters and, like, what do you think about them?
Cassian is my boyfriend.
Is he now?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He's my boyfriend. I think, you know, I'm into the whole, like, big teddy bear thing, so.
Yeah, he totally is a big teddy bear.
He is.
How do you pronounce? Wait, Azriel?
I'm not Azriel. I'm not into him.
I like him. I think he's intriguing. Like, what? I just want to, like, have coffee with him or something.
Okay, yes, but, like, nothing more than that.
I mean, like, no, I don't, like, find him attractive.
No, it's not even about attraction. I'm sure he's attractive. But,
like, I mean, like, as
he's
a character.
Weird.
I just really am intrigued by this love story between him and Moore. And, like, I want to, like, find out more about that.
Cassian and Nesta. They need to be a thing.
But I'm, like, terrified for what would happen.
They would, like, literally rip each other to shreds. We'll read more and then update you guys later.
Okay, let's get to reading.
Okay, that was Talia, are you okay? Are you crying? What happened?
Oh my god. Okay, wait, I need to, you can't hear this. How do you tell if it's working? Okay, I think this is working. I just found out that Rowan is telling Feyre Tamlin and his brothers and his dad killed Rowan's sister and mom, and Tamlin is the one who told them what he was. And it's just, like, so heartbreaking, because, like, Rowan was the one, like, Rowan was one who tried to be friends with Tamlin, and then Tamlin just totally betrayed him, and it's just so sad. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so sad right now. I just had to say this because I can't talk to Sophie about it yet because she's lame and hasn't caught up. Okay, I just need to like process that and get it off my chest.
Because I have a theory, which I shared with Talia, and I'd like to share it with you guys because I'm pretty sure it's accurate. The ring that Feyre got from the Weaver, which by the way, the Weaver is creepy as fudge. I think that that ring is going to be very important. And I think that in the future, if Rhys and Feyre ever got engaged, Rhys is going to propose to her with that ring because it was his mother's.
I agree.
Yeah. Oh, can you hand me my book?
Okay. Wait, this is, yeah, yours, right?
No,
that's mine.
Oh,
that would have been so bad! Oh my god, what if you had
Where's my book?
Oh, it's under the covers.
Okay. Feyre looks really pretty and she just walked down some stairs in like this pretty dress, and then Rhys like totally checked her out, but instead of like complimenting her, he was just like, let's go. And then she was like, so that's what just happened.
So what are your theories on why he did that?
He thought she looked too good. I've been reading this for too long and I'm feeling hysterical. If you're wondering why I'm wearing a hat, it is really, really cold. This book is murdering me. Feyre and Lucien are finally reunited again after who knows how long, but this is not like a nice reunion. My heart shattered when Lucien gave Feyre his hand and was like, let's go home. And I don't even remember what she said, but she basically was like, that's not my home anymore. Despite everything that happened, Feyre and Lucien, their friendship was one of my favorite aspects about A Court of Thorns and Roses. I've just been really, really curious to know how Tamlin has been handling all of this and what exactly he has been doing, because we have not heard peep or squeak about him. It is stressing me out. I'm gonna go read. I will update you guys in the morning. I am so upset right now. I could just feel how upset Lucien was in that scene. I don't know what everybody else's opinions are on this, but I feel like maybe I have the unpopular opinion. I feel like Feyre is being too harsh with Lucien and Tamlin. I am totally Team Rhys. Like, don't even get me started on those scenes between Feyre and Rhys. The Nightmare Kingdom. Don't even get me started on the Nightmare Kingdom scene. That was, oh my god, that was intense. I just feel like Feyre and Tamlin and Lucien were put in such horrible circumstances together, and nobody in that situation was being the best version of themselves. No one. Not Tamlin, not Lucien, not Feyre. Yes, Tamlin and Lucien were complete buttholes and they messed up, and what they did was just stupid and terrible, but does that really wipe out everything else that these three characters have had together and the relationship that they have and the love that is there? I don't think so. And maybe if I want to look at this in a more positive light, that is just Feyre's way of dealing with this right now. Right now, maybe it's just too much, so instead of actually dealing with this rationally, she's just emotionally shutting them out. That makes sense. Of course, I'm in support of her being a part of Rhys's court and the life that she has established there. I love it. I think that's where she belongs and where she has become her true self. But I don't know if that necessarily means that she needs to completely block out this whole other part of her life and these people who really, really love her and care about her. And I think that they deserve at least a conversation. My worst pet peeve in books is when characters are not properly communicating with each other and then there are misunderstandings. That is my worst pet peeve. Worst. And now Lucien and Tamlin are gonna go after Rhys and his court, and there's just gonna be, ugh, guys, I'm so angry. Once again, unpopular opinion, but I just don't feel this same dislike for Tamlin that a lot of people feel. Tamlin is completely emotionally unstable. Does that make him a bad person? No. He has no sense of how to deal with his emotions. That is his biggest flaw. Mostly, I just think of Tamlin's character and I just feel sad because I see somebody that is helpless and does not know how to get themselves out of this hole that they have dug for themselves. Now, does that make me Team Tamlin? No, I don't think that Tamlin and Feyre should be together. I still like Tamlin. Really, really hope that he gets to a point in these books where he is not such a wreck. Also, can we talk about Feyre's powers? You just know that she's gonna like take over the world one day. Also, I have a question for you guys because I've been thinking about it a lot while I've been reading this book. I keep thinking to myself, like, if I were in this book, which court would I want to live in? So I want to know, you guys, which court is your favorite, and if you were living in this book, which one would you want to live in? I can't decide because they're all so cool. By the way, I really, really like Tarquin. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name. Tarquin? I feel so bad for him. I felt so bad for Feyre also when she had to take the book. I really hope that eventually they can all be friends. I don't want him to hate them. Hi, Coco. Do you want to say hi to the vlog? Do you want to say hi? Hi. Say hi. You're so cute. You're so cute. Oh, just walk away. That's fine. I don't care.
Okay, as you can see, I'm in a car right now, and it's really freaking hot, and I'm freaking out, and I'm a mess right now. I'm waiting for my mom in the car right now, and so, of course, like one does as they're waiting in the car, I was reading, and something crazy just happened. This is like by far the craziest moment of this book, and I'm freaking out. There are people staring at me right now, and they probably think I'm like super weird, and they think I'm talking to myself, but I don't care. Feyre just talked to the Suriel, and the Suriel revealed that her and Rhys are mates. Mates. They are mates. Like, Feyre is Rhys's mate, Rhys is Feyre's mate. I'm freaking out. I'm just in shock right now. I'm so excited. This is like the best news. Like, this is my favorite moment of the book so far. Meanwhile, Rhys is like lying in a cave somewhere, and my hair agrees that this is just a crazy moment right now. I've always wondered, who is Tamlin's mate? Just throwing that out there. That's irrelevant right now because we're talking about Rhys and Feyre, but I'm still wondering. And my mom is walking back to the car now. She's gonna think I'm crazy, so I'm gonna update you guys later. Bye.
And I cannot believe that this entire time Rhys has been with Feyre, he has known that she is his mate. Like, now his actions and everything that has happened just makes so much more sense. How did I not spot all of these signs in the first book and even up to this part? Like, it should have been so clear. The way that Rhys and Feyre opened up to each other about loving each other and their feelings could not have been more beautiful. That was probably one of the most beautiful love scenes I've ever read. I don't want to finish this book. What am I gonna do when it's done? Stop stalling. I need to finish this. It's time. So, I just finished this book. Yeah, I literally only took a break to quickly jot down, like I literally jotted down some points that I need to talk about to wrap up this vlog, because if I didn't write this down, I wouldn't be able to talk about this because my brain is scattered all over the place. I'm like in hysterics right now. See, usually at this time after finishing a book, like right afterwards, I would be bawling my eyes out, and you guys have no idea how much self-control I'm using right now. Like, for the sake of this vlog, I am keeping it together. Tamlin, you know, Tamlin, I have been defending you so much throughout this vlogging experience, and then you do this? Like, really? So this entire time Tamlin was working with the King of Hybern. Like, first of all, I freaking hate the king. I hate him. He's one of my most hated characters, I think. Joffrey from Game of Thrones is one of my most hated characters, and King of Hybern is up there with Joffrey. Tamlin has been working with the king this whole time, and I've come to the conclusion that Tamlin is just an idiot. An idiot. I don't think he's a bad person, but I do think he's an idiot. That's pretty much it. Like, it's not really any more complicated than that. He's also crazy. He has gone completely bonkers. Like, the Tamlin we once knew is gone. Like, that guy's gone. This guy is crazy. Because of Tamlin, Elaine and Nesta are now immortal. They are fae. What? Okay. Is it bad that I'm kind of excited about this? That's probably really awful, isn't it? Because that was a terrible scene and that was like a terrible process that they went through. I guess I'm just kind of curious and looking forward to seeing what the three sisters, Feyre and Elaine and Nesta, are going to be like now together, now that they are all Fae. That brings us to Elaine and Lucien. They are mates, and just that makes me really happy though, because Lucien deserves love, because I love him and he deserves love. Speaking of mates, I was hoping that Nesta and Cassian would become mates as well, and there would just be this like giant mating scene where everybody's just becoming mates all at once, but that would be kind of weird probably. I still I ship it. I ship Cassian and Nesta so hard, especially now that Nesta is Fae. It's like confirmed that the next book there is going to be a thing between Cassian and Nesta, and they're going to be the best couple ever, mark my word. Enough of this, I just want to talk about the part that freaked me out the most. The bond, the freaking bond, for a good minute there, and I know you guys all had this experience, like I had to live with the reality that Feyre and Rhys's mating bond was gone. Apparently, the mating bond wasn't actually broken, it was the bargain. Yes, the bond is not broken, thank God. And now Feyre is in the Spring Court and she is going to destroy it from within, as they said, and I'm scared. I'm scared for what's gonna happen. I am incredibly happy with this ending. Like I always say, Sarah J Maas is a goddess, and the way that she tied together this ending, I just thought that it was a masterpiece. And somehow she managed to tie everything together and hint towards the ending throughout the entire book, and I did not catch on to any of these hints. I did not see any of these ties until everything was thrown in my face and happened all there. What? How did she do that? The way she crafts this world and these characters, it's inspiring. It's crazy. It's amazing. I mean, even the parts that frustrated me and had me screaming and yelling were perfect. And I think that this next book has the potential to be the best. There is so much room for just crazy stuff to happen. Unfortunately, I have to wrap this up because my camera is dying because I've been talking to it so much today, so I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to wrap this up. This is gonna be a long vlog. I think it's gonna take a while for me to like register and process my thoughts and feelings on this book because Sarah J Maas kind of threw a lot at me. So yeah, I give this book 5 billion stars, more than that. I give it all the stars of the Night Court. I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog. I had a lot of fun vlogging my experience with this, and honestly, it was so cathartic. What I want you guys to do is start talking and discussing in the comments below. We have a lot to discuss. I want to hear all of your thoughts on this book. Let me know, did you love it, like it, hate it? I want to know everything. Now I feel like I could talk more about this ending, but honestly, I'm not separated from this book enough yet to process what just happened. Right now, I'm just like, holy crud, Sarah J Maas is a goddess. What just happened to my life? So I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna wrap this up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog experience. I know that I did. I wish I could read this book all over again. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I hope that you all go and have yourselves a fabulous day, and I will see you guys next time.